Moonlight Army, welcome back to another episode of DrayZera UNCENSORED with yours truly, DrayZera. And the premise of this podcast episode comes with something that I looked at eBay recently. And so what happened was that I saw my EEVEE plushie on eBay, the one that you've seen in quite a few of my videos or photos or content, whatever, around social media, for at least three times the price that I bought it for. And I only bought it back in October last year. So we're talking about 6 months. 6 months! I'm like, wow. I am absolutely flabbergasted. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely flabbergasted. DrayZera Uncensored, bringing you interviews, hot topics, and my uncensored opinion. Subscribe to DrayZera for all things podcasts, vlogs, spoken word videos, and so much more. Why would you go anywhere else? But then it got me thinking, well, this is the same person, me, the man that you're listening to right now. I spent a shit ton of money on pieces of cardboard known as Yu-Gi-Oh cards, right? And it made me think to myself, how superficial have we become? You know what I mean? How superficial have we all become? Because you got to think about it this way, right? The price it costs to pay for these kind of materials are dirt cheap. And what drives the market are consumers. We, in the secondary market, decide the price of these products. So I'm going to go on another eBay search right here. So Yu-Gi-Oh cards, right? If I type in, what's relevant right now? Solemn Strike, yeah? Solemn Strike and Yu-Gi-Oh. The price of it right now is around somewhere between 24 quid, 90 quid, 65 quid. You know what? What I should do is I should actually, instead of looking at eBay, I should look at Yu-Gi-Oh card market. Yeah, that's better. Yu-Gi-Oh card market is far more representative. But yeah, while I get this loading as I talk to you, Moonlight Army, it's absolutely mental to think that we are such a superficial society, at least in the Western world, or the more developed. We are not. We have food and all that jazz kind of society. It's absolutely crazy, right? I'm gonna type in actually. What should I put? Okay, I type in Minerva. How much is Minerva? Yeah. Minerva the Exalted Light Sword. Now, there's not that many. Yeah, like, there are prices... What? Oh, in Japan. Japan? So in the Western world, prices of 850 euros, 850 euros, 850 euros, 950 euros. So, literally £700, over $1,000, that kind of price range is mental. Absolutely mental. But yes, what I'm getting with this is, wow, absolutely mental. Yes, absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. It's just crazy to think that we are as we are. But it's the world we live in. I mean, I still find it ridiculous that people pay 4-figure sums for handbags for a function that should really only cost 20, 30, 40 quid or 50 bucks if you're going for a better one. But this is the world that we live in. This is the world that we live in. And is it a world that I'm happy of? I'm not happy with it. But you have to learn to accept it. I mean, I saw a watch for £14,000. 14,000. Now, this may show what class I am as a human being, but I just find it absolutely terrifying that we live within these times of humanity, you know? These times, it's scary. It's scary to think that capitalism and the pricings of it is just wow. I mean, is this a question of people getting their priorities and that? But then would you rebalance it with other companies wanting to make profit, or are they making too much profit? I mean, here's another instance. I feel that football ticket prices are ridiculously extortionate for higher end games. I mean, I can totally understand for lower league clubs to use football tickets as a means to survive. They need that money. Whereas Arsenal, Man United, all those teams, there's so much money in their team sponsorship and their marketing that tickets are so... they're a drop in the ocean, to be honest. They don't really impact on their finances. So, do we have to change? Yeah, we gotta change. We gotta change, absolutely. But will we though? I don't think so. I just think it's just gonna get worse and worse, in my opinion. And, I mean, here's the thing. I don't regret spending so much money on Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I felt that at the time I needed it. But when reflecting back, now, not to make me sound like a complete hypocrite, but I still play the game. Hell, I'll still love playing the game on occasion, but I'm not going to spend anywhere near the amount of money that I would, you know? It's ridiculous. But I suppose if you have something valuable and people are going to charge a stupid amount of money for it, then you might as well take it. I mean, like I said, I don't think I'll ever sell my EEVEE plushie, but if I was desperate of cash, I'm strapped for cash, then fuck it, why not, you know? Why not? I think also where I'm getting with this is that I feel that we are losing sight on appreciating the little things. I mean, with me travelling all around the country, I've learnt the little things of seeing landmarks, expressing nature, socialising with different people, and I feel that if we live far too materialistically, is that a word, materialistically? If we live in such a materialistic mindset, then we lose sight of something in humanity which is humanistic, social aspects, you know? We lose sight on humanity, and there is a reason why people are not as sociable as they used to be. There's a reason why people are socially awkward. And one of the main reasons is that, unfortunately, we have become so materialistic with the living in the cybernetic world that we've lost sight on socializing with people. Now, for all those that say, oh my god, Uma, but you're on social media all the time. I love how I just realised I said my actual name but not used my performer name. Cough, cough. Oh, DrayZera, you upload stuff all the time. Well, yes, but the thing is you have to understand is, believe it or not, I only spend a very short amount of time on actually being on a computer, because for me performing all around the country, whenever I'm performing, there's no way I can edit, well, I could film stuff, but I don't bring my laptop 99% of the time. So what I do is, like this podcast, you're going to hear it on Saturday, and this is recorded a previous day. Same with top 10 selfies of the week. I always record it a week before for the video to then go up. Just like all my spoken word videos. They're all done before the day of which they're filmed or edited, whatever, you know what I mean? So people need to get a grip with themselves, because firstly, while I am a slight hypocrite in regards to being a little bit materialistic, I ain't a man that has lost sight with socializing and basic human cognition fundamentals that we've lost sight of. I mean, people unfortunately lose the trap with technology. They have went through the back door, they went through the trap door, and they have regressed rather than progressed. It's such as when you see that montage, that photo of you see the primitive ape, and then eventually as time goes on there's a human, and then after that it's just somebody on the computer, and then somebody like regressing into the abyss, and that unfortunately is quite an upsetting state of affairs in my opinion. Welcome back to DrayZera Uncensored with DrayZera, and we have a very special guest hailing from the land of Lincolnshire. She likes punk rock, she loves rockin', and she is Ann Worrell!
Hello!
Well, I don't
you
know.
should need to be the MC at that outspoken gigs now, that's it.
For all those that have no idea what you mean, because this audience is an international audience, what is this outspoken? Wow. What is this outspoken you speak of?
Well, it's a little collective in Lincoln, a bunch of poets who just got together a couple of nights ago.
Little.
Oh, it's going to be big, because you were there.
Oh, was I? Oh, yeah, I was.
Yeah, Birdcage, yeah. So, yeah, it was the first night, wasn't it? So, yeah, I performed there. We saw you with your funky trainers on.
Oh, well. Well, in DrayZera Uncensored, this isn't about me. I already have 5 days of YouTube content that's dedicated to me.
Only 5 days.
Yeah, only 5. Oh, let me just use my maths, actually. No, only 4, because 3 of them are spoken word videos a week. 1 of them is a vlog video, which is 4. 1 of them is a top 10 selfies of the week, with that makes it 5. 6 is the podcast, that's right here, because this is about you! And I know, right? And 7 is about, basically, on Sundays, I upload a video of a performer that's not me, just to showcase them, basically.
Oh, sweet.
I know, right? I'm just all caring. I'm giving equal opportunities, like my sexuality, in my opinion.
Really?
Well, absolutely. Like, no matter if you're man, woman, or lemon, you're all in my citrus life. Yeah.
You're crazy.
Well, I like to think that I'm just...
In a good way.
Thank you. I'm glad that you're not insinuating that I need a mental asylum.
No. We all need that.
Marvelous stuff. So anyway, let's enough of you literally sucking on my ego. I wasn't gonna say another word, but in DrayZera, yeah, well, to be fair, in DrayZera Uncensored, you can swear, you can do whatever the hell you want, as long as you don't cut the line, because that would just make it just annoying for editing purposes. But anyway, let's get on to it. So Ron Booth, the MC, the real MC of the outspoken open mic, MC Booth, waka.
MC Booth.
Yeah, rockin' the joint, and I'm not talking about cannabis joints.
No.
Okay, so with Ron mentioning about your work with, tell us about the work that he mentioned.
My Oxjam work.
Yeah, just explain, like, tell the viewers why you're on DrayZera Uncensored. Like, tell us about yourself.
This is crazy. Well, I've been doing fundraising work for Oxfam for the past 3 years, putting on local music events in Lincoln.
That's Oxjam, isn't it?
Oxjam Music Festival, yeah. I'm representing Oxjam Lincoln. So yeah, we're doing some more events this year as well. We're doing a cabaret night in October with some poets and some musicians and some comedians.
When's that?
That will be, now you're putting me on the spot, 29th of September at Madam Waffle. It's all on our Facebook page, Oxjam Lincoln.
That's on Friday. I know that's on Friday, because unfortunately, I wish you could book me, but do you know what's funny? I've already been booked on that date. And do you know what the biggest irony is? I got booked on that date like an hour before I went on stage for the outspoken event.
Oh, man.
I know, right? I know. You know when
Oh.
you know when you're hot chocolate poetry on demand, like me, my days.
Yeah, totally.
I know, right? I know, right? Well, the only thing I can suggest. Where am I performing? Hold on. Am I performing in? I think I'm performing either. Hold on. I think I must be performing in not Ipswich. Ipswich. Yeah, I am performing in Ipswich. Yeah, I'm performing all day. Oh man, that's.
Oh,
I
what?
know, right? Literally, yeah. Like you can't even get the tip of my nozzle. That's a terrible thing right there. My days. Yeah. Even like a 5 minute tip of the DrayZera experience is better.
Not happening, is it?
I know, right? I know, right? A sad
Oh.
time, sad time. But you know what? You know what? Like I said, your event's gonna be Omega Placenta.
I've got MC Booth.
Exactly. Oh, just
And
just so we can clarify, you don't make this some sort of competition or diatribe, all right?
no, we're all good. We're promoting the arts and the poetry, man.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Rock on, yeah, indeed. And the cool thing, I'll tell you this right now, Lincoln in itself is in my opinion, it's in my opinion alongside the whole Midlandy area. Even though that Lincoln, it's a bit controversial. You don't even know if you're South Midlands or North, to be honest.
No, we don't know what we're doing.
Well, at least in terms of geography. But I mean, to be honest, I mean, Lincoln is poetry scene is thriving. I mean, the outspoken evening was ram packed, shackled, more ram than an orgy and a porno. To be honest,
Yeah, that was before you even turned up.
I know, right? And I was the centerpiece of the masturbation. To be fair,
Who told you that, Frankie?
well, if you're the headliner, then I am technically the
Well,
centerpiece.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, indeed. Well, anyway, enough about masturbation. This is about your charity elation.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So what brought you into the charity side of things with Oxfam and that? I mean, what really drove you in doing that?
Just wanted to do something a bit different, a bit of challenge, but I do love the music scene, so saw it a couple of years ago and thought, you know what, I'll give that a go, and yeah, I thought, oh, I can do this, so carried on doing it since. It's been a really great cause to work for, and I also get to see all the local music and, you know, putting a great event on, and we're helping those people out there in the world, so
Absolutely.
what can you do? Meet lots of new people, and, you know, just keep your finger on the buzzer, what's happening in Lincoln in terms of music, and also bringing on other people, and, you know, all poets and some comedians as well. So it's, you know, coming with great ideas to put on these different events. So yeah, it's just quite a good thing. It's quite hard work, but you know, it's quite rewarding at the end of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I could not agree more. I mean, you lot working that hard for such a wonderful cause. I mean, is the Oxjam event is it with various so many people and so many, is it really quite technical? For example, you know, I'm not comparing you guys to Glastonbury or anything, but I'm comparing you guys to not a tiny festival, but do you feel that it takes months and months and months of planning to do that, basically?
Yeah, totally. So, yeah, Oxjam's like a national thing, so there's lots of little groups in all the little cities across the UK doing this. So,
neat.
we're all, it takes quite a long time to plan. We usually start in January, but this year we've had a little bit of a break, and we're just getting on with it now, getting everything planned and getting acts on, and we've got all the dates already in place at the start of this year.
Is Oxjam only one day event, or can it be a whole weekender?
No, it's usually multiple events on throughout the year. So, but most of the events happen in October. That's usually like the month when everything's happening across the UK. But
I see.
it just varies what everyone wants to do, because everyone's a volunteer. So we just sort of do our own thing and whatever works for that city. So
I mean, if you can push your poetry section to the 23rd, then I could slide myself into your world.
Oh yeah. Hmm?
Yeah. This is not a euphemism, by the way. This is not a live. This is not a live. I want to date you kind of thing. This is just me performing. So don't get too excited.
No. I'm far too busy, love. Anyway.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Okay. By the way, while we've been talking, I've actually brought up an old article about you.
Oh no.
Yeah, using some technology. So.
Oh god,
this,
that technology. What did it say? What have you found?
So I found this article from the 2nd of October 2015.
Of course.
So to show you how far longer, even though it was like less than 2 years ago, this was even before I performed. Oxjam Lincoln bang their drum. Ann Worrell! Oxjam gig maker in Lincoln has been organising a full programme of Oxjam events in the city this summer. One of the highlights has been Bang Your Drum! With lots of percussion, performances, workshops, face painting, henna, and a raffle.
Yeah, the raffle.
So when was the first year that you actually started? Do you actually know the specific year?
I started in 2014.
Oh, 2014, and now,
Yeah.
and now you're the organizer. A year later, you're like the main caveat now.
Oh yeah. Just keep going.
Fluffing the ego.
The Oxjam doesn't stop.
The Oxjam doesn't stop, but it stops with me. My name is Ann Worrell.
Are you a jingle maker?
Just so you know, if you heard that beat Moonlight Army, that was not me censoring her. That's just her messing up with the dial tones. Because my phone is complete touchscreen, so there's none of this touchscreen of kind of stuff. So yeah. So
technology,
indeed, yeah. So anyway, let me just talk to you about the whole poetry and writing aspect kind of thing.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? I mean, I suppose it's one of the things that we're in common with, apart from the fact that we both got naturally tan skin. Okay, so what brought you into the writing and poetic world?
I used to write when I was a lot younger, then I stopped for various reasons, and got back into sort of watching poetry sort of last year with another outfit what's now disbanded at the Drill Hall, and
I like how you're not mentioning. I like how you're not mentioning the name. Good save.
Yeah. So I got inspired off when the first event I went to see, and someone said, "Oh, do you like poetry?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course. I wouldn't be here otherwise." Right, and then I just started writing a bit angsty poem about that one, and just carry on writing. So the guys who were involved with that event wanted me to perform, and I was like, no, and then sort of just at the start of this year performed in January, so it's like carry on doing it and get more confidence and actually perform it. I've never actually performed before until I started this year, so yeah, it's quite personal stuff really what I write, and
yeah, so. I mean for me, I have nowhere near as much as confidence as you have, to be fair. I mean, so
yeah, you're quite shy, aren't you?
Completely shy. Absolutely.
You not know that it came across, really,
Not at all. No, I mean, Wednesday was only performance 103. Okay. Enough joking aside. But yeah, no. I mean, like seriously speaking, though, I mean, this time in January last year, I only just started out, so. So it did wonders for me. It made me have performance outfits. I've performed in corsets. I've done lap dance poetry performances. I've done, what else have I done? I performed in a petticoat dress. I know how silent you are with murmurs of "ooh my" going in the background. I've also performed near topless as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. For all those that didn't understand what that translates to, it translates to "oh yeah." There's no denying or crying.
Is the world ready for you?
Sorry?
Is the world ready for you?
Well, considering that the book is coming out in June the 9th.
Good plug.
Yeah, sorry?
Good plug.
Well, it's my flipping own podcast. I'm sure I'm going to plug
my own stuff. Yeah, do
it. Flipping hell. All right, I didn't actually mention this in the podcast yet, but Moonlight Army in June the 9th on Friday. I'll be launching the book broken circuit board worldwide to your shelves. Available also on Amazon eBooks, and also available on various platforms. More platforms than what Pornhub can offer you. Absolutely. So yeah, so it should be good, I think.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah. Well, I know what's going to be in it, but I mean, have you seen the picture yet of the handshake with my publisher yet?
Oh yeah, was that on today?
Yeah, it was on today. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean. No, don't say today. This podcast is going out late. The upload of the photo that you saw a time ago, that was very recent. But but when this gets uploaded, it will not be quote unquote today.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Did
Just
you
cut
know
that out.
the little? I'm not gonna edit any of this out. The bit at the bottom is a little tiny bit of the front cover of the book.
Oh.
Have you noticed it?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Indeed, and you shall see what it's gonna be, and that rhymes, baby. So yeah. Well, I also by the way, people, I only just found out the day after, by the way, Moonlight Army, that this young lady here live streamed 80% of my performance, which obviously is quite good. I mean, because that means that you get to see DrayZera in your screens, or at least all of her friends until I shared it, which then multiplied the views. But then that's besides the point. But yeah, Moonlight Army. I mean, to you, Anne. I mean, with performances, when you see people perform, like, this is a very important point actually. Do you ever feel a sense of anxiousness when you started out performing? I know you've only been performing for a couple of months, but...
Yeah, that's why I kept saying no to him when I was last year. It's like, perform. Like, no, I'm sick.
What are you doing to me? Don't you poke me with that microphone? How dare you?
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's quite interesting to see everybody's different sort of ways of performing and how they sort of convey themselves. And obviously, some people are more flamboyant than others, and with a bedsheet over their head.
I don't know who what sort of loser does a whole bedsheet over their head and crawling on the ground and and then reveals itself when they shout tears. Turn to Reg. I have no idea who that person is at all. No, it's not. I'm terrible. I'm absolutely terrible. This. I have to tell you, this is the most relaxed podcast ever. This just shows by relaxed I mean it has no structure. The best.
You what?
I mean, by structure it means usually we in these podcasts we get into very intense debates and discussion. In this one it's just you laughing at most of the things I say.
Yeah, why not? But it's still good, isn't it?
It's great. It's great content. I mean, as long this podcast is already over 10 minutes long, so it means for YouTube it gets maximized ad revenue. Yeah.
Oh well, there you go.
I know, right? Yeah, rake in the 1p to 2p's. Yeah. Hell yeah.
It's not going to pay much for your courses, is it?
What course?
Your corsets. Your outfits.
Corsets. No, I've just borrowed them. It's alright.
All right.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. What was I gonna say? When you still go on stage, I'll tell you this, right? Because it's very interesting. I want to gauge on different people's perspectives on performing, because everyone has their own kind of style and mentality when performing. Sorry, I'm not yawning at this conversation.
Do you want a coffee?
I think it's just more the fact that 4 days of performing in a row and just finished a 9-hour shift at work. Yeah, I did have I know, right? Rock and roll. Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, that also reminds me. Yes, go back to the question at hand. When you perform, do you have some sort of mental routine, or you just go, oh fuck it, I'll just fucking do it?
I usually have quite a lot of wine before I go on.
That's a good tactic right here. It's like, is it one of those where, right, I don't know whether to order 1 or 10 before?
maybe just like very quick one, and then the second one's just halfway through, and then it's like I'm on.
I see. So you don't want to start the show then. if you either right, you have to get there mega early or be somewhere in the middle.
I usually at the start, fine, get out of the way, but I think it went well on the other night. Yeah. That was probably the best one I've done so far, but my phone crashed on me. It was like, what the fuck? Why are you doing this to me?
This is why you should rely on technology. Like, you know what I do? I use this thing called paper. Do you remember those days of paper?
Yeah. I did bring some paper with me. I was like, God, I've got this in my pan. Yeah, it happened. It's quite funny, though. It kind of helps.
I know, right? I mean...
It helps. I was like, Ron, this microphone's too bloody tall for me. I was like, right, my phone's still switching on at the moment. Come on.
And you know what the biggest irony is? You flipping done the whole beep thing again. My days. It's the whole beep thing again. You're censoring yourself. The whole tapping, touching your phone thing.
Yeah.
Rockstar life, that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Yeah, so, I mean, so tell me this then. Interestingly, the way I see poetry, and this is my own personal opinion, I want you to gauge on this, is that I think of poetry as an art, and therefore art turns to performance. So, no matter if I perform 5, 10, 15, 20 hours, 20 minutes rather, then...
It just feels like that, does it?
No. It's just I like to make it a proper show. I want to make people go, hell yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you certainly do that, yeah.
And, I don't know, I feel that poetry and spoken word is high, untapped potential kind of thing. Whereas, saying that though, there was also the first ever event I had 2 flipping wild boars staring at me.
Say what?
2 wild boars. You know, Richard and him.
Oh, I know, yeah, they were.
Yeah, that was some interesting, very fascinating marketing, I have to say. Quite fascinating. It was cool, but I was like, what the hell? Why? What? I mean, I sort of understood.
I think some people might say that about you and all, though.
Well, there's a difference. There's a huge difference.
I know, there's a difference.
A massive difference. Difference is that actually, you know what? I'm being completely subjective here. I understood completely why. I'm not bashing on you guys. If you're listening to this podcast, I do love you guys. It was quite a brave thing to do. But the one thing I don't understand is, why didn't you perform throughout with those wild boar masks? Just do it.
Yeah.
That's
they should have done that.
That's the only thing that really properly griped me. It felt like it's kind of like, it's a bit like this. The way I saw it was, you know that feeling when you are about to have sex, but you don't know whether to put the condom on or not? I felt like it was kind of like a halfway story.
Yeah.
And you can't really want to have halfway baby. You either want the baby bloom or the no baby.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. And that's just, I don't know.
You wanted the hog. You wanted the full hog.
I wanted the full wild hog salivating between my joy. Yeah.
Well, I'll have to pass it on to them.
Oh, pass it on. They're probably going to listen to this podcast and go, what the fuck?
Yeah,
what the fuck?
They're like, what? They're going to hate
you. There you go. So no, let me just say this, right? I'll just say this right now. Moonlight Army and everyone else, yeah. I'm the kind of person, right, that I say it how it is. I do not hold any punches, okay? I love both the performance poetry. I just want all I want was the mask on throughout. That's all I want. That's all I want. That's all. Is there so much I ask in my damn life? To have a hog giving me head while wearing it on my head, their head. I don't know who's giving head anymore.
Why didn't you get them? Why didn't you get it for your set? Did they run off?
What's run off? What, the hog?
The hog. You should have got the hog mask and wore it on for your slot.
What slot?
Your slot. What you do? Oh, yeah, it was before you, wasn't there?
Oh, you
The
mean
hog.
you
Yeah,
mean
you should have got their mask and put it on.
yeah, but wouldn't that be stealing their idea?
Well, ain't everything rehashed anyway.
Are you saying that my performance
No.
rehashed?
No. Backtrack.
Thank you very much. You made me very happy. Marvelous stuff, marvelous stuff. Yeah. Move on to
Yeah, let's get away from the hogs.
let's
Step away.
let's talk about do you have a particular poem you want to share for the Poetry in Bed Poem of the Week?
Poetry? Yeah, why not?
Go ahead, take it away.
Well, I've been writing a poem every day this year so far, and this is poem number 15. And I chose this because of what's happening in the world. So here we go. Okay. Stop dropping bombs on our kids. The generations of hope and ambition gone, lost beneath the piles of rubble. The lucky ones who re-emerge are now trying their best to survive. They're fighting for their lives, waiting for vital food and aid supplies to get through. This isn't some playground game or last one in wins. They can point to you where their school once was. They aren't stuck in the mud, but they live in filth and squalor. Celebrations are short-lived if they even wait to see tomorrow. They know both revolutionaries and insurgency positions change and captured territories are surrendered daily. The flags of fundamentalist military groups fly in the next block, living in fear of yet another regime. They know all the rules, cheats and military tactics of the war zone. Any second now, their second nature and instinct is to expect another home to become a shell when a missile penetrates through the wall, when upon their heads the roof falls down, the air raid hits. The enemy was supposedly here and on the radar, acting on intelligence. The strike was made unsuccessfully. Breaking news alerts of unknown numbers feared dead and many hurt. Reported fatalities were injured patients who had raped their refuse of the hospital looking for help. The confirmed dead were a number of Allied comrades in marked vehicles. No one survived. The journey to get saved is plagued with risks. The way out is the shared goal and collective mission. You must find fortune in small mercies shown. The humanitarian work begins to be freed. No, sorry. The humanitarian work begins to free the imprisoned civilians who flee their homes. Their country born and bred resembles a ghost town. Too many lay where they fell. They travel on, arrive to expect exactly what. Their eyes are wide open, hope panged at promise of food and medical supplies, that they will be safe and have a chance to sleep without fear under a tarpaulin roof. Across the border they reach the next level, the campsite. But this isn't the last endeavour. They then need to survive the outbreaks of disease and the oncoming predicted coldest and wettest rainy season. Things were brave, things are better for them now, but when did they ever change? How can you say, have you ever been in this predicament? It's still a matter of when and if, a challenge of surviving day to day. That's it.
Woo! Awesome stuff, awesome stuff.
Thank you.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, that was an awesome poem. I mean, did you just write that today then?
No, I wrote that. That was on day 15. That was ages ago.
Oh, day 15 of the year, so that's January the 15th.
Yeah.
I see. See, I get confused because there's National Poetry Writing Month, which is ongoing now.
Yeah.
And that's when we're getting confused. Okay. Alright, awesome stuff. Right, so, would you like to have any final words or discuss anything that you want to plug or furthermore about any projects?
Oh, yeah, Oxjam Lincoln. Got on Facebook. Find us there. Find us on Twitter.
What do you want me to, what are your links? Do you know them off the top of your head?
No, man, just Oxjam Lincoln 2017 Facebook.
Just do it.
That.
Just shut up.
Just
do it.
Oxjam Lincoln 2017. You'll find us. Like us. Come to Lincoln. See what's going on.
Oh my days. I love it. I love the kind of like, just do it. Like the enthusiasm there, but the specifics are like, I don't know. Fuck it. Just do it. You have the internet.
Just find us.
Awesome
stuff. You found the article, didn't you? Where's that article you found anyway? Where'd you find that?
It's on, I still have it on my browser. It's on oxfam.co.uk /get involved /something /2015 /09 /.
No.
Blah, blah, blah. I just typed in you.
I'll post a link on the podcast, love.
Oh, what you do is just you inbox me the links and like within let's say 5 minutes, and so I can just put it on the flipping podcast.
You need to like it and all.
Sorry?
You've got to like it. You've got to like the page and all.
Are you threatening me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it. Do I get a hug in return?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I got a hug.
I'll bring you a glow stick.
Oh my god, you're really spoiling me now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's what I always dreamed of in love and war.
You need to match those trainers with some glow sticks on your wrist, love. That's it. Raving.
Oh man, you're just gonna make me feel the glow before the party blows. All right, awesome stuff. Well, and it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been by far the most interesting podcast conversation. But nobody shut up. But I'm just saying how it is. It's very fascinating.
Oh, that's alright then.
Yeah, fascinating. It's a good way. God, interesting thing. Like, yeah, indeed. Well, then, Moonlight Army. We have to end at this point because my name. The podcast's got to end. We can't just keep talking forever. We have lives.
Yeah, that's true.
Indeed. Well, anyway, Moonlight Army. My name is DrayZera! And I shall Zera later.
Later.
DrayZera Uncensored, bringing you interviews, hot topics, and my uncensored opinion. Subscribe to DrayZera for all things podcasts, vlogs, spoken word videos, and so much more. Why would you go anywhere else?